Good morning. Um, we still in Ecclesiastes, chapter 5. It's another consecutive chapter. It goes on, and on. This is vanities and divine service. Vanities and divine services. In murmuring against oppression. And murmuring against oppression. Chapter 5, Ecclesiastes. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. For they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before God. For God is in heaven, and thou upon earth, therefore let thy words be few. For a dream cometh through a multitude of businesses, and a fool's voice is known by multitudes of words. When thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than that thou should vow to not pay. Period. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Double period. Wherefore should God be angry in thy voice and destroy the work of thy hands? For in the multitude of dreams and many words there are also devoured vanities, but fear thy God. If thou seest the oppression of the poor and violence perverting the judgment and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter, for that he that is higher than the highest regardeth, for there be of higher than they. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them. And what good is there to be the owner thereof, saving and beholding of them with their eyes? The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer unto him to sleep. There is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches, kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. But those riches perish by evil travails, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hands, as he came forth in his mother's womb. Naked shall he return to go as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hands. And this also is a sore evil that is also points as he came, so shall he go. And what profit have he have labored for the wind? All his days also he eateth in darkness, and he have sorrow and wrath with his sickness. Behold, that which I have seen, it is good, and comely for one to eat and drink, and to enjoy the good of all his labors, and he have taketh under the sun all of the days of his life, which God giveth him, for it is his portion. Every man also to whom God had given riches and wealth, and had given him power to eat thereof, and to take his portion, to rejoice in his labor. This is the gift of God. For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because God answered him in the joy of his heart. Period. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 5. It's another consecutive chapter. It's going to go on and on and on. This is the vanities and divine service and the murmuring against oppression. I like to go to the beginning, verse 1. It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do is evil. So people out here, they might not see what they do as evil. They're fools. It says, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty. That means hurry to utter anything before God, for God is in heaven, and thou upon earth, therefore let thy works be few. When thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it, for he have no pleasure in fools. Pay thou which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shalt not vow than thou should vow and not pay. Meaning, don't be out here speaking on things and you talking about this and that. Meaning, don't swear with something and you're not going to hold your end up. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. So once again, like I say, always remember that you're worthy, you're eternal, you made, and us, who is us, we God's people, that's who we are. This is your water pot, I promise you, and you're the flower, so don't forget to water yourselves. And also remember that God knows, he knows who you are, and if you ever have any problems with anybody that's not really into what you into and you want to get into the Bible, just do it. I advise you to. I really do. And always remember that there's many vanities, but what I got out of chapter 5, what I like the best is don't cause your mouth to get you in trouble. Don't cause your mouth to get you in trouble. That's what I learned out of that. So always remember, don't let the rooster crow you 3 times before you decide to feed Father's sheep. It's not hard. You can just take a day at a time, read a verse or two, and you will start to gradually see yourself becoming who you are, or who you're supposed to be anyway. And then someday you're going to look back and you're going to thank yourself for starting and not waiting around on other people's approval. And that's what's wrong with a lot of people now. They need other people's validation and they need other people's approval. So I'm not like that. I'm not nowhere like that. What's going on, Julian? Lesby, how you doing? Thank you, Scott. Yeah, I know, man. I'm trying to get through this book. I'm supposed to be trying to get through it by tomorrow, but like I said, if we go through over it, there's no problem with us going over on with God. There's no time that we should not think we should speak upon him. It should be all the time. So, but I've been busy. I've been real busy. But I'm gonna come give y'all that word though. I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna get this word. I don't care if you don't like it or not. I'm gonna give you this word. Yeah. So it's 1 o'clock. Always remember that God love you, Jesus love you. So do I. I'm gonna keep telling you that. Don't go to bed angry, so you can wake up with your joy in the morning. And that's what we strive for: is joy and a smile. And if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Because what did we learn? Don't let your mouth get you in trouble. Our sin is what the Bible says. So, see y'all on the next one.